everyone, welcome back to another episode of Allow It. My name is D.
I'm Lish.
And this is Allow It.
Allow it.
For the second, allow it. If you've forgotten where you're at, this is where you're at. Hope you guys have had a great week, and I hope you enjoyed last week's episode because we really did too. Thank you for all of the comments and the feedback. Really appreciate it, actually, because there were some good ones in there.
Exactly.
There were some really good comments, which was really dope.
Yeah.
So, what's good? How you been? Holiday blues?
Seriously, it's
holiday
officially
blues
a
in
weekend.
blue.
Yeah. Holiday blues in blue. Hence why,
exactly.
I'm wearing the blue. Feeling very blue.
What are you wearing today and why?
I am wearing. What am I wearing? Well, blue jeans, weekday, blue top, Zara, blue head scarf
situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Givenchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm dressed in all blue because I was just feeling blue today, actually.
But
not blue as in like I got the blues. I was just like, oh wow, I want to wear blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
But you know how like purple's for royalty. What's blue?
Good question.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna have
know.
to while I talk about what I'm wearing, could you look it up?
Let's see. What's blue for?
Exactly. I have on this monkey dress that I've had for ages. It's a little bit big on me now, but I don't care. I'm still going to wear it. I always kind of don't mind wearing something oversized. I love the print. It was a beautiful day earlier on, so I thought, why not? Wearing my handy dandy glasses as usual and just some sandals. So really nice and chilled on this supposedly summer day.
I know. The lies they tell us.
The lies they tell us, indeed. So what's blue?
So it's the color of the ocean and the sky.
Okay.
Often symbolizes serenity, stability, inspiration, or wisdom.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
And in the Catholic Church, the Virgin Mary is most often depicted wearing blues to symbolize being full of grace.
Right. Okay.
So I
maybe
guess
that's
I
why
was full of grace today.
And full of stability.
Mm-hmm.
Stability.
I don't oh no.
Who knows?
I don't know about the stability or wisdom, but maybe I'll be inspired.
You're full of something.
I'm full of
exactly.
something.
As usual, I was stuck in social media because now I guess it's part of our job. So while I was there, I see some nonsense as usual, because social media is full of wild animals
Not
and
wild
people.
Animals. Oh my gosh.
Wild animals and people. I get stuck sometimes in the wild animals like videos. They have videos of people that own wild animals as pets. It's the craziest thing.
Has to be in America.
Florida, to be specific.
Yeah.
But why don't you just get a normal pet? But people are weird these days, so it's whatever.
A dog is too average.
Exactly. So on Beyonce's internet, I saw that Sukihana. So Sukihana is an American rapper, right? I guess she is. She is a American female rapper. She's also a reality TV star.
Is she?
I think, but she was on. I'm sure she was on some kind of reality TV.
Probably on like Zeus Network or something.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay.
So her music is quite vulgar, and full of a lot of.
Have you ever listened to
bad
any of her
language?
songs? I've never heard one.
I don't think so. I think I've most probably heard a feature. That maybe a lot of people, sing or play on the radio, not the radio, but you know what I mean, like on social media or something.
Yeah.
But not necessarily actually listen to her music. It's not really my thing, to be honest. That whole I'm a buy me a back and let me suck your that's not really my.
Huh? Are you sure?
No,
that's not your thing.
That's not really my thing. It's not really my thing. Even the City Girls, I don't even listen to like that. That's not my thing. That whole type of music is not really my thing. I'm sure it's for a lot of people, but it's just not for me. Anyway, the young lady's gone on social media and said that she is against her children listening to any sort of circular vulgar music, any rap music that has swear words in it, that has the N-word in it, all of that stuff. She's banned her children completely from listening to it. A lot of people are saying that's quite contradictory or hypocritical. So I was wondering what your thoughts are, and then I'll move on to mine.
I don't think it's hypocritical.
No,
because I mean, I even like for instance, us doing this podcast, I don't necessarily want my child watching.
No, watching us.
Yeah, I don't
No,
want.
no, no,
No,
no,
I
no.
don't want them watching
Because
us.
they shouldn't be watching
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
This is adult
this
content.
has nothing
exactly.
to do with what's going on in your
yeah.
life.
This is adult content.
Can't relate.
No.
So I understand her being like, okay, I don't want my younger children to listen to that type of music. I mean, whether down the line when they're teenagers and that changes or whatnot, because also nowadays it's hard to even be
Control
able to
everything.
censor your kids from seeing or listening to certain things. That's a different story. But as a parent, I completely understand where she's coming from. I agree with her. I don't think it's hypocritical, or I don't think she's contradicting herself. I think she, as a parent, is allowed to make decisions and rules and set them in place for her children.
For her kids, and that's about it.
Exactly.
However, let's say once your children do get older, at some point they're gonna bump into us on the internet.
Of course.
Even now, to be honest, there might be, let's say, at someone's house or watching someone's phone, and that person has decided to like watch one of our videos.
Yeah.
If let's say maybe they come to you and comment to say either, "Mummy, I saw you," or "Why did you say this?" or this, that, and the other, what would you kind of say back?
I think that's a bridge that most parents, whether they're musicians or whatever, that are on the internet, a media period, will eventually have to cross.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I don't know how I would explain why I said what or whatnot, but you know, at the end of the day,
don't watch me.
Yeah, it is what it is. I didn't ask you to watch me. I mean, if you're at a friend's or cousin's house or whatnot, you know, tell them my mommy doesn't allow me to watch that.
Exactly.
Period. Yeah, I would say, you know, you shouldn't have been watching me to begin with. However, you know, this is XYZ. This is what I do, and you know, hence it is what it is. I guess with her and her music, I could 100% relate, because I would imagine that she wouldn't want her kids to come and be like, "Mom, what did you mean by doing?"
And by vulgar, I mean it's vulgar.
Yeah.
She doesn't hide nothing in her music. You know, a very cool sort of kind of fact is that before Sukiana was a rapper, she was a full-fledged Bible basher. She was really into the church. She dressed completely differently. Wow. She was on social media, but in the complete opposite of the spectrum, where she would talk about, you know, how God is working in her life and what she did for the church and all of that stuff. So I'm thinking, my point of view is that her ethics and morals towards her children, her parenting, are still in that realm and kind of haven't shifted. So just because she's on social media now as a rapper who raps a certain kind of music in a certain kind of way doesn't necessarily mean that her expectations for her children in her household should change. So, and a lot of this feedback was actually coming from men, of course, because they were like, you know, if you're how are you saying this and saying that? It's the same when people say, oh, okay, if you're a female rapper and your music is vulgar, therefore men should be entitled to say vulgar things to you or do vulgar things to you.
Exactly.
And that's not necessarily the case. But yeah, it was a good take to see that regardless of what she's singing or doing, her take on her children needs to be different because she's a parent. First.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's interesting that you say that, because I remember, I don't know if it was last year or sometime, she was doing a panel or something, and another rapper kissed her.
A singer, I think. Is he a rapper or a singer?
I think is it YKO?
Yeah, YKO. I forgot
Osiris,
his name.
Or whatever his name is.
Young kids.
And I remember he thought that he had the green light basically because of this persona that she puts on. However, that's not her, you know, that's not her real life, really. I guess what she puts on is an act. It is an
she's
act. A performer, right?
Most people are performers on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway. So again, it was like people were in an uproar because it was like, well, you play this character. How was he supposed to know that he couldn't just go up to you and kiss you? Like,
and
what?
Like, no, that's rape.
That's somebody's personal space. Like, that's sexual assault. Yeah.
And she was visibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And the fact that everyone around her didn't see that. And the way she laughed was sort of a sign of nervousness in a way, to say that basically she didn't know what to do. So she just started kind of laughing, which was just more or less like a nervous laugh.
Exactly. Yeah.
He did apologize thereafter, though.
Yeah.
I think only because of the pressure, like internet pressure, not because he was genuine about the apology.
But it's just like, regardless.
Yeah, that's
I mean, true. It's back to, if a woman is half naked, that doesn't mean that you could come up to her and grab her ass.
It doesn't mean that at all.
Yeah.
And it's the same way, even sometimes, I don't know, some people are like, also there's some women that are, let's say, forward. So if a man is flirting with you, doesn't necessarily also mean like jump on it. Like, exactly. Chill, sis. Unless someone has given you actual consent, in any aspect, man or woman, please don't do it and stop it. Judge your mama. Yeah, and judge your mama, and that's it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And at the end of the day, the day gotta end. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which I talked about last week, is the big O, Ozempic.
Yes.
And how now, a lot of doctors have now come forward to say there's people who are taking Ozempic for weight loss purposes that are now getting pregnant. It's like a pregnancy drug. In a way.
Does that mean IVF is in trouble now?
I don't know if IVF is in trouble. Maybe there's, all of that effort and all of that money could just be put into 1 or 2 vials. There's, I think, 2 other options. I forgot what they're called. There's 2 other options as well that counter as Ozempic. And women who, in the society that would say older women or geriatric pregnancies. Yeah. Are getting pregnant basically a lot older, in their 50s, in their late 40s. Some women with PCOS, it's helping them to get pregnant. And people in the comments that I saw were saying, yes, I have an Ozempic baby. And I was like, look at us. We were saying how we have post-COVID babies.
Yeah.
And how they're a whole different kind of baby.
Yeah, they're different. They're very different.
Compared to the babies pre-COVID. Ozempic babies is really now a thing. The comments were flooded by the amount of women that started taking it for weight loss and have now ended up pregnant. Wow. So if you want to do that, please be careful and know that it's basically, there's some effects that counter against birth control. So whatever birth control they're taking is basically stops working after they start taking it. And of course, weight loss as well. If you want to get pregnant or for fertility purposes, if you lose weight, then the chances of you getting pregnant are higher. And these are multiples too. They're having multiples. They're having like twins, triplets.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, why did no one figure this out beforehand? And then, just help a lot of women out.
But I'm like, now what's happening to the people that truly need Ozempic?
Well, it is what it is. It's the same thing. That's on them.
That's on them. Oh my God.
There's a lot of people that are even, things like gastric bypass and people that are getting the stomach sleeves. These people that are getting it now are like my size. And it's like, okay, you're not a health risk at the moment. You're not obese. You most likely have a high BMI for sure, but you kind of looking like a normal person. You don't necessarily need the surgery, but there are people getting it done as a basically cosmetic surgery now.
Like, why
instead,
not?
And like, why not? And there's people who are on the list, or people who don't have the money that can't get it done, who are genuinely obese and want to get their weight down, but they can't. So it's just the world that we live in at the moment. People have just got endless expectations of themselves and are never really satisfied.
Yeah.
And I don't know, insecurities will never leave, regardless of whether you've gone and fixed everything that you say that you want to fix.
You'll definitely always find
something. Yeah, something somewhere that you don't like.
Yeah.
People will be trimming their ears before we know it.
Yeah, exactly. I think people pin them back when they're too
They're
big.
pinning them back.
Yeah, people do pin their
Yeah.
ears
They're
back.
also adjusting their toes.
Their toes.
Yeah, they're making their toes smaller. So if they have like a longer toe than the other, they're making. Yeah, have you not seen it? It's like Dr. Feet Podiatry or something like that.
With
Jaws Podiatry.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a famous podiatrist now.
So what are they doing? Like, are they like slicing?
They're slicing it and then either shaving down the bone inside or taking a bit out of the bone and then basically just putting it back.
Putting the cap.
Yeah,
back
exactly.
on.
And then they have like perfect toes for Kate's.
So weird.
It's the strangest thing.
What happens with the nail? Does the nail just connect? It goes back and goes like. How does
the nail's not coming off to begin with, so you're good.
Oh, because
exactly. They're slicing in the middle, and that's it. Yeah, so nothing happening to the toenail. At least you'll be happy to know.
It's very strange.
There's strange people out there, but like I said, I don't know. Maybe we just broke, and we don't have enough money to do all of these things.
I guess I don't know. I'm not. I'm too.
We just broke, bitch.
Yeah, I'm more of a non-invasive
kind of person. Yeah, this is only because you don't like going under the knife.
I don't. I could barely handle laser.
Yeah, that's
true. What am I gonna do? Getting surgery?
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely not.
Needles? You good with needles?
Yeah, I'm fine with needles.
It's just
I'm okay with needles.
Anything that you have to lie down.
Anything that I have to lie down
on a surgical table.
Yeah, I've only had anesthesia once. The rest of the times I've always had local anesthesia because I want to know what's going on.
Okay, no, I don't want to know what's going on. Yeah. I've had anesthesia now a few times, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Even recently, even in the last couple of years, actually.
No, I've had full-blown anesthesia one time.
Yeah, and that's as a twin mom. That's the only sleep I've managed to get over the past 2 years. I tell you, as soon as they said we're gonna put you down, I said, "Girl, do it.
It's okay. Let's make this happen."
I just get pissed when I wake up though because I feel like I've actually haven't slept. So I feel like I've just, I guess, been awake.
Yeah. I don't think anesthesia is meant to make you feel well rested. Yeah, I don't think that's
that's what I've been using it for, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely not. I don't think that's how that works.
Honestly, I was hoping that it would make me feel well rested. What I do need to get on is like you said, non-invasive stuff. It's all of this like holistic or like health driven type, make you feel better type of stuff. Exactly. So I want to start looking into maybe like IVs and stuff like that. They even have liquid IVs.
Yeah.
So maybe I should kind of start with those. Yeah, just liquid ones where you can put in your water and then it just makes you feel better.
Okay.
I'll send you the link after this.
Yeah, that's something I'll look into. A friend of ours, I remember when she was on her get pregnant journey, she was taking acupuncture. And that's something that I was quite interested in. But then also those does that not hurt?
I don't think it does, because apparently you're kind of relaxed enough to not even feel that. Yeah, they do it next door at the studio. You should ask.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Oh. You should ask and see how it goes. Maybe try with like a small area first.
Yeah.
Maybe I know your knee.
Probably
that bothers you.
Yeah,
your bothersome knee.
My aging knees.
Your bothersome aging knees.
My aging
so maybe
knees,
you can start with that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I told you I did walk the other day and my knee, boy.
Oh.
Yes, just specifically this one. I think it's genuinely just because I need to change the shoes that I'm using to walk with. Yeah, I need to get me one of those, I don't know, on cloud ones or whatever those type of shoes are. But then those would be costing for no reason.
How much are those on?
I know they're like in their hundreds.
At Foot Locker, but
a good one, a good 130, 140. It ain't easy, and I'm just like, I could keep that for something else.
My running Adidas are okay for me.
I could keep those for something
even for me spending that much money on shoes that are just for running.
But even to even get like NMDs or Boosts. They're also still quite expensive. If you think about it, they're not cheap shoes. But yeah, I think it's got to be done because I'm not aging. I think the difference
for me, was that the NMDs, at least I would wear them like out as well. Yeah.
And so the fact that those braces, they're ugly too.
They're ugly. Oh my gosh, my Adidas are so ugly. They full on look like grandpa's shoes.
Like diabetes shoes.
Yeah, they do. They have a really thick sole. Oh, they're so ugly.
It's the good thing though, because that's meant for the cushion and all of that stuff. So it really helps your legs, your feet, and how they land and all of that stuff.
So ugly though. Oof. Terrible.
They are not cute at all. Exactly. You've got a little situation, a little dilemma type thing. And now we're gonna maybe call it a little segment.
We'll call it allow it with the advice.
Because as we say all the time,
exactly.
Specifically I do, is we are not registered professionals, and neither are we saying that we're the best people in our own lives.
Exactly. Absolutely not. Absolutely so basically for this person that asked this question,
okay,
we are just gonna give you our advice, basically
what we think,
but it's not, it's
run with it if you want to.
It's up to you.
Yeah, exactly. But there's no registered professionals here. I'm
not
darling. What is it called, Dr. Stormy, Coach Stormy.
Yeah.
We're not life coaches.
We're not life coaches at all. And also because we took long to get back to this person, there's actually already an update.
Oh my goodness.
So
okay, that's good.
Yeah,
because then at least we have an extra scenario there
exactly.
Okay.
So so background, this woman is a Christian.
Okay.
Yeah. Her husband, however, is not.
Right.
Yeah. So he's not a believer of anything, I guess. She she basically found out that her husband has a work wife.
Right.
Yeah. They've been working together for a little over 2 years. And she found out about the work wife through his work buddies, basically. So the husband never mentioned this woman or anything to the wife. She's always thought like, okay, it's just him and his close male co-workers. She said that she also notices that when he's not working, now he's talking to the work wife, basically.
Okay, right.
So on his days off, he's also talking to the work wife. So it's not just confined to the workplace. So she says she doesn't have any male friends because she's a Christian wife. She believes that out of respect for her husband, that has also expressed to her that he's not comfortable with her having any male friends or anything like that.
Here we go. It's always them ones.
Of course. She's not going to entertain any males while she's married, basically.
Sure.
She says she doesn't want to make her husband feel uncomfortable, and she doesn't want to make him feel like he can't have any friends.
Sure.
Basically, she's praying on it, and she's realized, like, how she would basically confront him and have a conversation with him would be different. He wouldn't take it the same as how she would, because she would take it from a religious kind of
perspective.
Yeah, stance.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, she says she wanted advice because she didn't know how to have this conversation with him to let her husband know that, it's not me saying that I don't want you to have friends, because you should have friends, but I just feel uncomfortable with this work wife situation that you have going on.
Right. Okay.
So, advice, please. Allow it.
I don't know. I think it's first of all, if you're bothered, not necessarily from a marriage perspective or a Christian perspective, if you're bothered somehow, or if you're feeling some kind of negativity from that situation, that's likely means that something is happening, right?
Basically, intuition.
It's intuition. It's your stomach telling you something ain't right there. Take some prebiotics. Yeah, something ain't quite sitting right there. So because she's uncomfortable with it, that most probably means that there's something going on. Number one. Number two, I feel like there's something going on because he's never mentioned her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I was saying.
So if you've got a work wife, a work husband, I have a work husband, and obviously I go home and I speak about my work husband all the time. He's not a secret.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, he's not a secret. I speak to him not just about him, not just at home, but with the people that I know. He's not a secret. Why am I keeping my work husband as a secret?
Exactly.
He's just a work husband. There's nothing more to it. Because he has kept her a secret. And point number 3, the guys that always say, I'm not comfortable with you having male friends, are always suspect to me.
That was a red flag to me as well.
Pure red, bright blood red flag. Because something that's crazy. Someone can have any type of friend.
Yeah.
A woman or a man, and it shouldn't be an issue. The reason why is because he's insecure. He's insecure because he knows that something he can do, anyone else is capable of doing too. Exactly. So if it's starting from friendship and then it's moving on into something a little bit seedy and gritty. So, but in general, I don't think women should be insecure or have issues with men having female friends. As long as they talk about them, as long as you know about them, and obviously there's nothing seedy going on, and you trust your partner, there shouldn't be any issues whatsoever with having a work wife or someone that you'd call a friend. But if there's secrecy involved, and your intuition is just telling you that there's something a bit off, then of course, that's not right. And this is in marriage. If you're just someone's girlfriend, allow it. It's not your place. It's not your place. Someone can have anybody as a friend. I don't care if you've been his girlfriend for 10, 20 years. If a guy wants to have friends that are women, let him have friends that are women.
But I mean, like 20 years down the line, though, technically they're in a civil marriage.
Even in a civil marriage, that's still not your husband. That's still not your husband.
Dion's not. What about? It's funny that we're talking about work wives and work husbands. My work husband is due to
get married, right?
Propose to his missus.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And
I hope your work husband's soon to be wife doesn't watch our podcast.
I think she knows already.
Oh, okay.
She already knows
that. Well, now this
coming.
is gonna come.
I don't think she knows when.
Okay, she knows it's coming.
It's coming.
Okay.
And we were talking about with a few other colleagues about marriage and stuff like that, because they've been together for a significant amount of time.
Okay.
Like I think over 10 years.
All right. Yeah.
However, he's obviously, he knows basically she wants to get married, so they're gonna get married. That's his person, no matter what. But another colleague of mine, she's like, I'm okay with not getting married. Okay. Like, marriage is not the be all and end all. However, she would still demand that type of respect from her partner that she would expect from her husband.
So you're saying having a woman as a friend is disrespect?
No, that's not this. But I'm saying, because you're saying like, oh, unless that person is your husband, who the hell is he to tell you that you can't have friends of the opposite sex or whatnot? You shouldn't
say that to begin with. That's
period. I feel like it's okay to have friends. That's
ridiculous. But I'm saying with, like, let's say with women that have a boyfriend.
Okay, got it.
This is what I mean. Like, you've just got a simple boyfriend.
Yeah.
Who could just wake up tomorrow and leave
be like,
you.
He's gone.
Not even tomorrow, within a couple of hours. Yeah. He could bail you and say, I'm done with you. And you over here stressing yourself over the friend that he's made at Chipotle. Just relax yourself, please. Nobody wants your man except for you. Nobody. That's why you're with him.
Exactly.
Do you understand? That's normally you guys are together because the you've come together in life, and the choice has been you, and the choice for him has been you. You've chosen him. He's chosen you. Other people, this whole someone wants my man. Come on, relax. And if someone does want your man, let them have them.
If they're up for the taking.
If they're up for the taking, let them have it.
Yeah.
This whole fight for the love bullshit.
I'm up for the taking. No, I'm joking.
One thing Lish gonna do, she's gonna drop in a hint.
You're gonna plug
You're gonna plug it. So Yeah, no, I don't believe in the whole fight for your love thing. If someone has come up and said, your man is been with me for this amount of time, girl, take him. Please. I don't want him at this point because he's now community D. So if you want that, you guys go ahead and you live your best lives. And I mean this with the utmost sincerity. If someone else is with my man, take him. There's really no point in fighting, because there's going to be another one and there's going to be another one. You're going to be fighting for your life every day.
This is true.
Yeah.
But however, what if your man doesn't want, he just enjoys the extracurricular activities?
So let him go and be extracurricular.
But he still he enjoys his home base.
No, I don't want to be his home base. I want to be his B&Q. I don't want to be his home base.
That was a good one. That was a bar.
He needs to go and do his thing because it's a free world. It really is, especially in this day and age. Honestly, people can co-parent together happily and they can live their lives separately. There's genuinely no need to put someone through any type of heartache or insecurity or issues in general, expose them to disease and all of that stuff for any sake.
I agree
just
with that,
be honest and come out
messy.
And say, just being messy for no reasons. These days people break up all the time. Just say, hey, look, this is not working out for me. I actually prefer to be with so and so and so, so it's up to you. And then some women actually say, like you said, some women genuinely say, okay, cool, that's cool with me. Yeah, that's cool with me. You can have your extracurricular activities. I'll be at home for whenever you're ready. And that's also a setup that works for other people. But genuinely, just free people, right? Give them the information and they do it.
I feel like be transparent,
exactly.
And it's up to that person to decide how they want to deal with that or not.
But people are grown women and they're grown men. They should not be told who to be friends with and who not to be friends with. I just think that whole day and age is gone. And if you still have that perspective, I guess that works for you. But in this case anyway, he's not transparent, and transparency is what they need in the relationship. So she should be concerned.
So like I said, there was an update.
Go on.
So basically she found out that it is more than just
it's likely
a work-wife situation.
It's very likely.
He actually would love to pursue a relationship with the work-wife.
Good for him.
Yeah. She's in her early 40s.
Right. Age ain't nothing but a number.
It's nothing but a number.
Because the coochie's still coochie.
It's coochie, and she has 5 kids.
Oh.
And her oldest is only 2 years younger than her husband.
Okay.
He said that he hasn't done anything sexual with her.
Oh, right.
But he has kissed her.
Right. And call me married him.
He doesn't want to do therapy or counseling.
So he's not interested. He said goodbye, thank you.
He's afraid to leave his wife.
Afraid?
He's afraid to leave his wife, but he's told her that he's not happy. And now she's still like, she doesn't know what to do. She says she's praying.
Praying?
She's praying. It's a prayer point for her because she, again, I said.
She's a Christian.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I really feel like, this whole, yes, definitely pray about it. Pray for clarity and for knowledge. God wants people to be happy. God wants your happiness. God wants you to be with a person that loves you wholeheartedly and actually that wants to be with you. So the fact that you're over here forcing, for me, it's forcing a situation. That whole, I must stay because God has told me to stay. No, God doesn't want you to stay in a stressful situation. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that for you. He doesn't want you to be miserable. He loves you dearly. There's no way that he'd be putting you through that. And that man is afraid. He's afraid because he knows that nobody's going to be doing his laundry. That lady is going to be doing her 5 kids' laundry. She's not interested in looking after a baby boy because he's 24. What grown woman is going to be interested in looking after a baby boy? He's going to want her to make the decisions. He's going to want her to do his laundry, to cook for him, to do all of the things that most probably this woman is doing for him currently. So he knows she's not going to be wholeheartedly invested. Do you think that's where his fear and this is where his fear stems from, because he thinks, okay, if I leave my current wife, I'm going to go into a situation that's unknown. She's most probably not even going to do half of the things that my current wife is doing for me. And there will be days where, oh girl, clearly she's been single, right? Yeah, exactly. She's been living her life. She's not gonna want no man telling her that you can't have no male friends. You think that 40-year-old woman is gonna put up with that nonsense? Of course not. Of course not. That's why he's afraid. Not him confiding in her like that. That's his homeboy. The way she's telling him, oh, I'm scared to leave because of this, but I don't love you anymore. I think blah blah blah. I
think he's taking advantage of her faith.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. For sure.
I mean, they've also, they have a child together, so I think also she's probably in a really kind of what is that, like, sensitive space already, because of having a baby, and now you're finding out your husband is cheating on you, and then, like you said, he has the audacity to be like, oh, he really likes this woman, but he doesn't know what to do. He's kind of scared. He's scared.
He's an idiot.
So it's just like, that also shows his age. Yeah, I'm like, that also shows his age. I don't condone violence. That shows his age.
He's an idiot. Like, it shows he's a baby boy, like I just said. He's just, his mind is boggled, and it's infatuation too. That there's younger men that have this thing about older women and how it's exciting and this, that. She's basically a cougar and likely taking advantage of him as well. Of course,
especially he's basically the same age as her
son. And that whole we haven't done anything. Lies. Lies. You just haven't told me.
It's always we've just kissed.
Of course.
We've just kissed.
That staff room is steaming.
We've just kissed.
People are so useless. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I would say, baby girl, at the end of the day, it's your decision, but you definitely deserve better.
You deserve better, and God wants better for you. Yeah. So please don't let those church aunties tell you any different, because they were cheated on left, right, and center for years on end, and then left high and dry by those dirty uncles that did nothing for them. So please don't follow through with that. Of course, do whatever you feel like your heart and your soul says, and whatever information that you have, run with it. But don't let that guy run you for an idiot. No. That's very stupid and very dumb. But they're very young to even be. I was not even thinking about husband at 24, man. It's the last thing I was thinking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the fact that he's gone and cheated as well, and that because he's so young and she's so young. Take time. There's plenty out there. Plenty wonderful man that will treat you beautifully with your child. So please also don't be scared to exit. I can't believe that he was opening up like that. I did say I wanted transparency, but that's a bit too much. I'm not your homie. That's a bit too much transparency.
I'm afraid.
For my liking.
I really like her. I want to be with her. Exactly. But I'm afraid. It's like that went left real quick.
It went left real quick. But yeah, baby girl, do make your own decisions at the end of the day. But yeah, it doesn't seem like a healthy situation to be in. Yeah, like I said, this day and age, all of this cheating behind people's backs and all of that stuff. No, just be free, be open, live your life. Leave that person, let them do their thing, and you go and do your thing.
Exactly.
Because, life is way too short to be out here stuck on someone. Plenty fish in the sea, they say.
Exactly. Yeah. Allow it. Let him do whatever he wants to do.
Do whatever the hell they want to do. Is there anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No. I'm ready to.
Ready for the weekend?
I'm ready to go away.
Again. Me too.
It's crazy because I'm at work and there's so many people on holiday now, and then there's so many people that are now getting ready to go on holiday. And I'm over here like, oh, I'm so jealous. Yeah, and they're like, girl, did you not just get back?
That's why I would just say
Like,
my
it's too
my
short.
brother, one of my brothers said that like once you are on that traveling bug, you basically you won't stop. You just be thinking about the next destination and the next destination, but your bank account will be thinking about the next deposit and the next deposit. Because like what are we doing here?
It's true, because before COVID, that was me. I was always somewhere. And then I guess COVID kind of slowed that down for me after the fact.
Yeah.
And now I kind of feel it again, like, oh, okay.
I think the world went a bit woo after COVID, so I think you were taking time and stepping back from it.
Exactly.
You just never knew
I was just
what was going to happen next.
I'm still like guarded.
Exactly. You just never knew what was going to happen next. But yeah, thank you again for joining us this week, guys.
Yes.
Put your comments in, obviously, in the right there.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
That would be really
you
cool.
Can email us at allowitpod.com. Is it? I don't even know. I don't even know what is our email
It'll
address.
be in the description box.
It is in the you can email us
exactly
if you want some allow advice, or DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, you can do that too. That's even nicer.
Yeah,
especially if you're fine. We accept DMs from fine.
We accept, yes. and obviously it's confidential. We don't say who
exactly.
Yeah,
who's messaged us. We won't do that. Imagine if you were to just say out the name.
I'll be like, girl, X Y Z said.
No, that's really dumb. We would never do that.
Yeah,
exactly. We would never do that. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Dion.
I am Lish.
And this has been Allow It.
Bye.